he could be an athlete in any sport, and I think any coach would love to have that opportunity to have him.
He's unbelievably talented. I think out of all the players, he's easily the most talented player I've ever been around.
There are very few athletes that will ever be a genetic specimen like Dustin.
He's the athlete out here. I mean, he can do pretty much anything that you want. So, working with him, you have to keep things really simple because he doesn't really want a lot of, information and clutter. He's very much a see ball, hit ball.
I think you'll watch Dustin be very committed to the long-term plan of I will compare him, and I will say this with the most respect to Tom Brady. Dustin will micromanage his diet. It will be extreme. He will micromanage his perspective on where he is year to year and what he's trying to accomplish over the next 7 to 10 years in his game. And he'll pay close attention to what's important as that process happens and the body begins to age. He will definitely prepare himself like somebody like a Tom Brady to do what you have to do to continue to play at a very high level.
I think the big change last year that he improved was his wedge game. Really from 100 to 150 yards, he's become one of the best on tour because he has that club so often because he hits the golf ball so far. But, for the average golfer, what he did was he turned a weakness into a strength. And, now, we don't stand on the driving range and hit many drivers because he's a great driver of the golf ball. But what we do now is we spend an enormous amount of time on the areas of his game that he wasn't really that great in, which was that kind of dead zone that he had from 100 to 150, and he's turned it into a tremendous strength. And when his wedge game's good and he's putting good and he drives it good, I mean, he's as good as anybody out there. He's tough to beat.
It's been a wonderful opportunity to have him as a player and a friend and a training partner and be able to teach him the things that I've studied my whole life and watch him really become very efficient in everything that he learns. So he could be an athlete in any sport, and I think any coach would love to have that opportunity to have him.